Okay, let's walk the yard, look around a little bit, see what I got going on. There's one of our wildlife barrels, rain catcher and whatnot, or rain chain. That's a grafted persimmon that failed, but I'm thinking about keeping it just because an American persimmon isn't a terrible tree to have. Here's my 2 baby sassafras that I kidnapped from a park before they were bulldozed. My wife's peony. That was abandoned by a neighbor at an old apartment. We brought it over here and put it in the ground, and it's been really happy. Here's my sumac trees. That's smooth sumac. I think they look like palm trees. This is a new garden. I just started this one this year. A little tulip tree planted last fall. Lots of bachelor's buttons. We got some blanket flowers coming. Whole field of mostly yarrow here, which is kind of cool. Fair amount of poppies. This is a grafted persimmon I thought failed, but then we got these 2 little sprouts right here above the graft, and those 2 little ones there on the trunk, so I think maybe it's gonna make it. An area of some of the biggest dandelion greens I've ever seen, so guess I could make a heck of a salad there. Oh, here we got blanket flowers, complete with bee or a fly or something. There's sumac volunteer. 2 more. Another one. I'm gonna have a sumac forest by the end of the summer, I know it. And I think that's kind of cool. It's part of the reason I got it. I was kind of getting drowned out by the bachelor's buttons, but there's a high bush cranberry there. This is another American persimmon. Seems to be pretty happy. Another high bush cranberry. This is a little wildflower area I started this year. Well, I started working on it last year. Laid down the seeds in January, I think. There's one of my hazelnuts, another hazelnut, and a 3rd hazelnut. This one got eaten down to the ground by rabbits and whatnot. Not last winter, but the winter before that. So it's come back real nice. There's all kinds of things going on over here. A lot of these are Maximilian sunflowers. And they will get to be, well, we saw them get to be 10 feet tall last year. And they are among the last things to bloom in the summer. But I'll have little sunflowers, teacup saucer size, going into October. more blanket flowers, bachelor's buttons. And then I leave the clover mixed in. Some people like to get clover and all that other stuff out of their garden. I leave it in. I think everything's got a purpose and a place. This, I believe, is larkspur, which should be really pretty when it blooms. My wife's daylilies around our American chestnut. Another sumac volunteer. This is probably staghorn sumac, which is what I have going on here. These are staghorn sumac. They get the fuzzy stems on them and whatnot. The new stems have fuzz on them, just like staghorns when they're new. And this, being a female, has the little berry clusters. This is left over from last year. This is the new one forming for this year. That's my male. And, well, I find the male considerably less attractive. Strawberry next to some sumac volunteers. I got some wild lettuce. That's a new poppy, just showed up yesterday, I think. I really like that. Another strawberry tucked in amongst things. This is my 9-bark. I think that's another larkspur that showed up. And that sumac, well, I didn't really plan on that one, but you know, it shot up so quick I thought maybe I'd give it a chance. Black chokeberries are doing okay. These sumac are already over my head now. Isn't that something? And my wind spinner. We got that from our realtor right after we got the house. Still works. This is a little black tupelo I planted last year. Last year planted this thing. It's doing really well. Really pleased with that. Let's just be decent. There's a butterfly bush coming back. Then right there is 2 Virginia sweet spire being drowned by spearmint. And there's a little clump of lemon balm with some catnip. I've got catnip sprouting wild all over the place, actually. And then there you can barely see my solar array up there. We went solar, I don't know, 3 years ago. Been really happy with it. Our last electric bill was 53 cents, I think. That's a New Jersey tea, and yes, you can make tea. And when it flowers, they say it'll attract hummingbirds. And there's a lead plant, which thrives in dry, rocky soil. So, there you have it. Quick tour of the yard. Uh-oh, birds fighting over the soot. They go through a lot of soot. They go through 2 blocks every couple days. Anyway, thanks for coming with me. I'm going to go back to bed because I'm a third shifter. I got to work tonight. Bye.